Now, over the last 10 years, lean startup methodology has become one of the most well-known methodologies in the startup world, not only in the startup world, but also in the corporate world. And we've really seen a lot of institutions, a lot of corporations, a lot of accelerators, incubators that kind of taken it on board as one of the core practices in fostering innovation and development of new products. There's some skepticism that's been evolving over the last few years where people have been saying, well, the lean doesn't really work in a number of industries. It's not really applicable to something with the longer product development cycles, such as biotech or pharma industries. It doesn't really apply in corporations as well, and when we try to integrate it, it doesn't work. Now, is the lean really dead because of that? No, it doesn't mean it's dead. I think the main question is, has it been adapted properly to these industries? Has it been adapted properly to the corporate environment? Because you see, when Steve Blank developed, together with Bob Dorff, this concept of lean startup, they were looking at kind of specific types of startups. And second, most of the accelerators, incubators, and people that have taken it to the next level have been using applications or IT products as key examples on how to use lean. They integrated Scrum into it, and because of that, we had this kind of a methodology that evolved around IT products. Now, of course, it's not applicable to biotech. It's like going to Toyota that invented lean manufacturing in 60s and trying to apply that same exact to the point method of making cars in the lean manufacturing way to pharma industry. No, it's not going to work. It needs to be adapted. And I think what we haven't seen enough of is this adaptation where we really think about, okay, so how does a corporation work in developing products, and what can we change in that process, applying the lean ideas and concepts, and also how can we change this or take the same concepts. For example, lean means iterative, lean means quick cycles, lean means a lot of testing. Does this all do all of these, can they not be applied in biotech? Yes, they can be applied in biotech. It's just maybe your cycle will be a bit longer, or maybe you'll use different types of testing approaches, or maybe you'll be using different type of kind of go to your customer strategy. And that's where we really need more people working and kind of sharing information on how lean methodology has been successfully adopted in these environments. And if we get these experts out in kind of an open space, like we had Dorff and Blank with their book on lean startup, then I think we will see that lean is still alive, and it's very relevant, even more relevant now when we have bigger startups. We have startups that are really, multi-million dollar companies, but they're still developing breakthrough products, like to take Magic Leap, for example. I mean, what does lean mean for development in Magic Leap? How does it work there? Now, these types of kind of research approaches, or this type of information could be extremely relevant for us to know as experts in the industry who try to develop these new age startups which have become bigger, along with the traditional startups which remain slow and where lean still applies quite effectively.